Good morning and welcome to the Wednesday, December 8th episode of Morning Coffee and Chat. As always, I'm your host. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let me go and get everything synced in together here real quick so we can get this show started. What in the world just fell over there? All right, let's see here. What's happening? There we are. We're way down in the stack again for some reason. So I'll do a little love up there for myself. Oh, let's check down here. There's that. And we'll share it out on the old Facebook. And there it goes. Oh, busy week, busy week, busy week. We're going to flip this over on live chat. There we go. Now we're all set up. Whole bunch of getting ready for this investigation on Sunday night. Mark, as always, is diving into the research on the building, the history, everything we can find. We're also looking into other upcoming investigations at different locations, old abandoned schools, hotels, apartments, other Masonic temples, anything we can find to keep the interesting stuff coming to you guys. Oh, we'll just wait and see where this winter leads. Of course, it is the 8th of December. We have got, what, 17 days? 16 days? 17 days left till Christmas. Santa Claus is coming to town. He will be hosting the evening streams, probably starting Friday night. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. No one is here. Well, we have one here lurking in the shadows. We've been up to 3. Apparently, I'm boring. Hope everybody's got their coffee this morning and they're in the mood for some chat. Of course, the investigation. Morning, Mark. The investigation that we go out and do Sunday night will be the first new video on the channel. I am still working to get as many of our old videos upload it on the channel as I possibly can. I have 5 days. I think I can do it in that length of time. How are you doing this morning, Mark? Just getting off work, I'm guessing. Right before you came in, I was talking about the investigating or the research that you've been doing into not only the temple we're doing on Sunday, but other locations that you've been looking into to keep us occupied, keep the good investigations and the videos rolling in. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you do manage to keep yourself busy. That's for sure. That's why I brag about you so much to everybody with your research skills and how you get into stuff and really start picking and looking to get as much information as you possibly can. Good morning, Stephen. I hope you're doing good this morning, bud. I mean, if you can. I know you was asking about the um, address of the place. I thought you was already diving into it, trying to find stuff. I'd like to know if the building was built brand new in the 1840s for this lodge, or if this building actually existed as something else prior to it becoming a Masonic temple. That's what I'd like to know. See, I have found all kinds of things on, when it became a temple and um, stuff like that. But I've not found anything on the building or the property prior to, I think it was 1849 or 1847, something like that, when it became a Masonic lodge. That's what I'm curious about. That way, if we do run into something or multiple somethings on location, we have an idea if they're not connected to the masonry or to the lodge itself, what may have existed there before the lodge did. Oh, it's all right. It'll be a pleasant surprise. It'll be a pleasant surprise that way. So like I said, I hope everybody has had a good week so far. It is the middle of the week. It is hump day. Well into the last month of 2021. I'll tell you what, Mark, I'm just doing I'm uploading some more of our old videos today. I may very well give Paw a call today and see if maybe somebody from the local museum or somebody from the town itself knows any of the history of the property where the Masonic Lodge sits at now, you get some sleep. You're back in the swing of the week now. You need to get some rest. Besides that, it's about time I start being more than just a pretty face in the group and do a little bit more research myself. Oh, goodness gracious sakes. Man, I feel like this ain't me though. Very true. Where would Mark be if he wasn't sleeping um at, at the most 5 or 6 hours a day? As long as you take care of that ticker, we don't want no more reoccurrences like we had earlier this year. Good morning, JC. Good to see you this morning. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I cannot believe it is the 8th of December already. Where did 2021 go? The wife and I were just talking about it the other day. We cannot believe that this year is almost over. It just seems like, yeah, please don't have a repeat. I worry enough about the people in my life. I don't need you to actually give me reasons to worry. I find my own reasons to worry. Well, we'll see who pops in this morning. It's another chilly morning up here in the north. It is only 23 degrees Fahrenheit. It was 21 when I got up at 5:30. Yeah, I slept till 5:30. Good morning, amigo. How you doing, Marco? Hope you and your family are looking forward to Christmas this year. It's coming up in 17 days. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm glad you are too. Drager, good morning, brother. Hope you're doing well this morning. And there's Rusty. Good morning, bud. like I said, it is Christmas is up on Haas. Yep, it is coming quick. That is for sure. It is coming quick. 17 days. You know, I've done a lot of soul searching for the last few days, and I've decided that I'm going to put all the bad stuff behind us. I am not worried about um because I wasn't getting alerts to find out YouTube unsubscribed me. No, Drager, basically what happened was somebody who did not like our growth, somebody that did not like how popular we were becoming, decided they wanted to turn in 3 fake copyright strikes against us. And they bucked the old channel. But before they did, I had a chance to download all the videos, well, as many of the videos as I could. And when they bucked us, then I started up. Well, right before they did, I started up this channel. I got the word out to as many folks as I could, as many as I had a connection to off of YouTube, because I couldn't upload anything else or nothing. So I threw up a couple of messages in the community, on the community page, to let people know what was going on, and we started fresh. So basically, yeah, when they cut the old channel, they unsubscribed 4,114 subscribers. So I wrote down a bunch of people I could get a hold of offline, or get a hold of on YouTube, and tried to send them messages. But yeah, it's a brand new chapter, bud. It's a brand new chapter. And here we are. Exactly. Oh, Rusty's getting fired up already, y'all. Getting fired up already. 245 years ago today, 1776, George Washington's retreating army crosses the Delaware River from New Jersey. New life for the channel. That's exactly it. Making us bigger and better and stronger than we were before. 1792, first cremation in the U.S., Henry Lawrence. And of course, it helps out that a lot of our friends who have channels on here have had me on as a guest. They're still scheduling me as guests on other channels. I was on Drew's paranormal vlog the other night, Monday night, and talked about the new channel, and she let me throw up the links and the PayPal link to help us out with Christmas and stuff, since my income was cut off. I had I was able to get just enough to get the new phone to do the videos on and stuff that I desperately need, and get this brand new, well, at least a month of the new StreamYards. so I wouldn't run out of streaming time and stuff. That was a huge help. Now I've got everything I need to keep the channel rolling, keep the videos coming and stuff like that. And now I can start concentrating all the donations and everything on Christmas for my family and not worry about myself or the channel or anything else, because we're going to keep going. Let's see here. 17, I believe it just took place in Philly. Thank you. Thank you, Marco. I want to do something Christmassy, of course, you know, I've got the Santa, my Santa suit hanging here because Santa will start hosting the evening live streams here very soon. You know, my little Christmas tree over here. Try to make it feel as Christmassy in here as possible. 1863, Abraham Lincoln issues his amnesty proclamation and plan for reconstruction of the South. 1874, Jesse James gang takes a train in Muncie, Kansas. 1886, American Federation of Labor, the AFL, formed by 26 craft unions. Samuel Gompers elected AFL president. Oh yes, the James boys. 1902, Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. became Associate Justice on U.S. Supreme Court. In 1909, the Bird Banding Society is founded. 1913, construction starts on Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco. Rusty's got some good history points for today. Let's keep these rolling. 1914, Irving Berlin's musical Watch Your Step premieres in New York City. If I remember correctly, Marco, the Bird Banding Society, they actually put the little bands on the birds' ankles and stuff, so they could keep count of a population in a certain area. Um, that way, they could monitor possible extinction movements, um, or the flocks relocating, things of that sort. They could basically keep count, like, American eagles are banded now, where they can keep a count of the birds in a certain area, keep a registry of them. 1923, German-U.S. Friendship Treaty signed. 1930, Broadway Theater opens at 1681 Broadway, New York City. 1931, coaxial cable is patented. Yeah, it's progress. Most definitely progress. This coffee is good this morning. I don't know about y'all's coffee this morning, but this stuff is really good. Made it a little extra strong this morning. And sleeping in as late as I did compared to normal, I could use all the extra kick in the butt I could get. It was early testing of tracking by Big Brother. Yeah, 1909, they look ahead. 1941, San Francisco first blackout at 6:15 p.m. 1941, U.S. and Britain declare war on Japan. U.S. enters World War II. Yes, for those heading to bed. All right, Mark. Sounds good, bud. You get some sleep. Like I said, I'll see if I can get a hold of Paul's library, um, museum, and the city building today, and see if I can get any information on the location of the lodge. Hopefully, by the time you get up, I'll have a little bit of news. Yeah, as you guys remember, yesterday was the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. Um, believe it or not, about 20,000, about 20,000 of the 3 million people, the 3 million men who were in the military in 1941, about 20,000 of them are still alive today. All of them between the age of 99, just about average between the age of 99 and 102. There were several of them on TV yesterday on the different news agencies in Pearl Harbor, um, doing the 80th anniversary. Of course, a lot of those shot from the deck of the USS Missouri, the only place in Pearl Harbor where you can see the Arizona Memorial, what actually, in a way, started the war, and turn 180 degrees and look at the deck of the USS Missouri, where the Japanese officially signed their surrender at the end of the war. So yesterday was a very heartfelt day for America, and our hearts, our prayers go out to those surviving uh, World War II vets and those who were at Pearl Harbor on that infamous day December 7th, 1941. Speech, Congress after bombing of Pearl Harbor, 1946, U.S. Army rocket plane XS-1 makes first powered flight. 1952, first TV acknowledgement of pregnancy, I Love Lucy. Morning, Ty. Good to see you, bud. Stop me. Hope you're having a great day. 1953, Dwight D. Eisenhower gives his Atoms for Peace speech at United Nations. 80 years. Yep, a lot of those men were 19, 20, 21 years old when they were at Pearl Harbor. And it's unfathomable to think that some of those men are still alive today. And some of them have memories sharper than a tack. They were talking about, on some of the different news reports yesterday, they were talking about what they were doing, where they were doing it, and who they were doing it with 80 years ago. It's amazing. It's amazing. Japanese pilot that dropped the bomb that blew up the Arizona attended the services for decades. It's very interesting. The Today Show yesterday had a Japanese American who was living in the U.S. Who after the declaration of war was interred with his family in one of our re-education camps here in the U.S. that when he became of age joined the United States military. He didn't like what happened. He didn't agree with what happened. And he and his family looked at themselves as Americans, not Japanese. And he happily and proudly joined the military when he was of age. And now attends that ceremony every year. 1954, WPTZ TV 5 in Plattsburgh, New York begins broadcasting. Yes, internment camp. There you go. 1956, first test firing of Vanguard's satellite program, TV-0. All right, Ty. You go do your thing. I'm sure we'll still be here when you get back home. So it only takes 10 or 15. Yeah, well, 10 or 15 minutes. At least they're getting to school. 1962, 114-day newspaper strike begins in New York City. Hey, morning, fishing. Good to see you, bud. What's up? Not a lot. Plans for this weekend. I don't know. I know, I think Saturday, the wife and I are going to start going through the finances, trying to figure out what we can do for Christmas this year, for Christmas dinner, for presents, for her son, well, my stepson, my daughter, her, me, grandma, her mom. And then next week we're going to on either Tuesday or Wednesday we'll go out and get what Christmas we can get. Sunday we have that investigation at the Masonic Lodge in Paw Paw, Michigan. And that's about it for the weekend. Looking for a number of how many people froze to death during that strike. Interesting. "1963, Frank Sinatra Jr. is kidnapped at Harrah's Lake Tahoe in Nevada." 1963, Pan Am Flight 214 crashes outside Elkton, Maryland, with 81 killed. 1966, U.S. and USSR signed treaty to prohibit nuclear weapons in outer space. "1969, police surprise attack on Black Panthers in L.A." You know, it's amazing. You don't really hear much about the Black Panthers anymore here in the U.S. I remember back in the late 70s and early 80s, hearing and seeing a lot on the news about the Black Panthers down in like Indianapolis, Indiana, and stuff like that, walking around in their camouflage pants with their black T-shirts and their red berets, but you really don't see or hear anything about them anymore. 1972, United Airlines crashes at Chicago's Midway Airport, killing 45. Yes, a better safe than sorry treaty. You are absolutely correct. 1976, U.S. performs a nuclear test at the Nevada test site. I knew there had to be one of those in here somewhere. "Let's make the desert glow. It's almost Christmas time." Kind of makes you wonder, with all the radiation in the atmosphere over Nevada. Can't help but wonder if that's why Santa's reindeer fly so good. Of course, it's also probably how they got those extra legs and, you know, that one antler that grows 3 times bigger than the other. 1980, Bravo Network premieres on cable TV. 1980, Annie Leibovitz has a photo shoot with John Lennon, the last person to professionally photograph him before he's murdered on the same day. 1982, Norman Maier holds Washington Monument hostage, demanding an end to nuclear weapons, killed by police after 10 hours. 1983, ninth Space Shuttle mission, Columbia 6, lands at Edwards Air Force Base. Good morning, Pooh. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing good this morning. 1983, Richard Baker, Zen teacher, steps down from abbotship of San Francisco Zen Center. 1986, House Dems select Majority Leader Jim Wright as 48th Speaker. 1987, U.S. President Ronald Reagan and Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev sign a treaty eliminating medium-range nuclear missiles. 1990, spacecraft Galileo flies by Earth at an altitude of 597 miles to use the planet's gravity to build speed on its way to Jupiter. 1992, spacecraft Galileo makes its second and closest flyby of Earth at a minimum distance of 305 kilometers for a gravity assist on its way to Jupiter. Old Galileo just getting around. 1993, Dow Jones hits record 3,734.53. 1994, Darryl Strawberry indicted indicted on tax evasion charges. Indicted, indicted, indicated, Holy crap, we've made it up to 25 degrees. Heat wave. 2010, with the second launch of the SpaceX Dragon, SpaceX becomes the first privately held company to successfully launch, orbit, and recover a spacecraft. I don't know if any of you have watched any of the SpaceX launches or landings. The US government could have saved millions over the last 50 plus years if they would have used the technology that SpaceX uses to launch and recover their crafts. It is absolutely amazing watching those ships land with the assist of parachutes, almost in the same form they launch in. It's absolutely amazing. 2018 U.S. President Donald Trump announces John Kelly will be stepping down as White House Chief of Staff at the end of the year. And that is it for today in history. Good job, Rusty. Good job, man. There's a lot of really cool stuff in there. I especially love the information on Galileo and stuff like that. That is really, really cool. So has everybody got their Christmas shopping done? Has everybody got their lists mailed off to Santa? Like I said earlier, Christmas is 17 days away. We have got less than 3 weeks. Matter of fact, we have got 2 weeks and 3 days till that jolly little dude is going to be crawling into everybody's windows and down their chimneys. And who knows, maybe even a few houses down their bathroom exhaust pipe and crawling out of the tank of their toilet to deliver. I don't know how he does it. It's magic. It's Christmas magic. Of course, as always, I will be sitting in the living room with the camera rolling, just waiting to see him pop up again. Don't remind me. Marco's working. You're working on Christmas, Marco? That should almost be sacrilegious. I think every place should close down on Christmas. I mean, regardless of how you look at Christmas, whether you look at it from the Santa Claus side or the religious side, I think every place should be closed down on Christmas, and Christmas should be spent together. Outside is decorated, tree is up, a few things for little JC. I never get anything. We actually got the tree up last night finally. Today I will be going out and wrapping the railing and stuff on the front porch. We found a bunch of lights yesterday, and these lights have been stored away for God knows how long. But I plugged them in and they all still work. So I will be going out and I will be hanging lights up around the windows and putting them on the front railing of the porch and just getting the place all set up and looking pretty. My family 86 us didn't hear from anyone on Thanksgiving. Oh, wow. That's terrible. That is terrible. I'm so sorry, JC. Hey, Sonny. Good morning. Hope you're doing good this morning. I take it you guys got some snow yesterday. We were actually supposed to get snow last night. For over 3 hours, my phone was telling me it was going to start snowing here. And we got up this morning and there wasn't a flake of snow anywhere. It's like, must have all stayed north. How was your night outcome last night? I slept. I went to bed about 10 o'clock last night. Of course, once again, put the kitties in the bathroom, closed the door, give them their little kissies and hugs, and put them out some food, closed the door, and I didn't get up till 5:30 this morning. Like I said, as of snow, not a flake. And according to Doppler, we had a snow coming right off the lake at us, and nothing. We didn't get anything. It came right over the top of us and didn't drop a flake. Should anyone want to, here's a link to a YouTube video taken 80 years ago today of President Roosevelt addressing the House. Very cool. Very cool. I watched a lot of that stuff yesterday. Being a vet myself, I always honor Pearl Harbor and the vets and the history of Pearl Harbor, kind of in solace alone. Oh, I messed up. I was meeting the outcome of the stream with Drew. Yeah, Monday night. It wasn't bad, Sonny. It wasn't bad. I got a little bit of help from people. Of course, it took care of the things that I desperately need to take care of. The at least 1 month of the paid version of StreamYard so I could keep streaming with you guys. So like, there's $20 right there, including tax. And I was actually able to order that $40, the cheapest phone I could find, $40, so I could keep doing the videos and stuff. So I mean, $62 and change. A lot of little $2 donations and stuff, but they were still good. They still came in. They still helped me accomplish the things I had to accomplish to ensure I could keep the channel going. So we're set. At least for the next month, we're set. What happens after that, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, CJC, I didn't get that offer. So I had to go with the absolute cheapest pop plan they had. It's $20 a month for unlimited streaming and everything. So, yep, I got a few more people. I think we had um, 7 or 8 that have come over so far. This morning, I had another brand new one pop on that I didn't um, have yesterday. So it's a slow process. It's a very slow process, but we are getting it. And then I also got an email from, if you guys remember, Brandon Hosey, that was my guest a few months ago on the old channel. He contacted me yesterday, I believe, and I'm going to be guesting on his podcast next month. He wants me to get on there, see if we can pick up some more folks from his podcast. Of course, he podcasts on multiple platforms, and even through one of the local TV stations. So it will, every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. And we have got a great support system on this platform. Everybody's coming out to try to help and at least help get us exposed out to other people. So I'm very thankful for the friends that we've made on this platform that help to get us out and exposed to others. Oh yeah, I know, Marco. We'll get there. I'm looking for photos of my father. I came across some of my uncle during World War II. He served on 2 separate aircraft carriers in the Pacific. Several show him on the flight deck standing next to P-51s. P-51. It was always, I think, one of my 2 favorite aircraft. Of course, I was always a fan of the Corsair, from Baba Black Sheep, the TV series. I loved how the wings folded up on those things. And of course, the P-51s were screamers. Those were I'm just going to say it. Those were the badass combat planes right there. Welcome back, Ty. Good to see you. Always nice to see your happy, smiling face first thing in the morning. Oh. Wish you all good day. Calls and remain calm today. Well, okay, so maybe not happy, smiling face, but I mean, it's nice to see your face first thing in the morning. Sorry, it's a bad day for you. But I mean, what is a hump day without a hump? I guess we all have those little humps we have to get over. Sometimes those humps aren't as humpy as they are more like hilly, but I mean, we've all got them. Good luck making your phone calls, bud. Good luck staying calm. You'll make it. I have complete and total confidence you'll make it. If there's one thing you have proven to me in the last year and a half, bud, you are straight up determined. I have complete and total confidence you'll make it. Marketplace. Went out the door yesterday afternoon. Oh, ouch. Sorry, bud. This is the cap I put. I'm sorry. It's the cap I picked with the home help program in Michigan. Um, I'll look into it fishing. I know that we've looked into some, and this is very screwed up. We've looked into some, but because of grandma's income, which she has no control over, because right after she had the stroke, she signed her son on as her power of attorney. Therefore, she has no control over her finances anymore. None of us do. None of us can touch them. Because of her income with her retirement and grandpa's pension. Um, they count that as income for the household. And I mean, that's almost $3,000 a month, but we cannot touch it in any way, shape, or form. They have complete and total control over that. So they won't, a lot of those home health or home help things won't touch us because of her income. I thought hump day meant something completely different. Child services, they're bound to just make everyone's life miserable. Psst, go figure. Go figure. And I thought hump day was, Rusty, I had one I would have given you. I don't think Rusty wanted to drive for 14 hours one way, 12 hours, 13 hours one way to pick up a truck cab. Of course, it would have given him a reason to get out of New Jersey for a little bit, but I mean, I'm sorry, Ty. I'm sorry that they're giving you such a hard time, bud. Of course, they make life as miserable as they possibly can for everybody. Yeah, exactly. They are miserable people, and misery loves company. A lot of them let it go to their heads. A lot of those people that have guaranteed paychecks let that stuff go to their head, and they try to make everybody's life as miserable as possible. I'm 62, and it took till now for a girl to say what she gifted. Oh my God. That's funny. Good morning, Ian. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Fishing makes a good point. You know, once you're on the radar, um, I mean, you literally have to prove to them beyond a shadow of a doubt that they have nothing to be concerned about. And as long as their mother's out there causing problems for you, and it's going to be rough, bud. It's going to be so rough. Not to mention Iowa, from what I've learned from you over the last year and a half, Iowa is just not. I don't know where they get the people at that work in their social services and stuff like that. I mean, they must really be picking from the bottom of the pile. So I'm so sorry, bud. I'm so sorry that they're being so rough on you. My foster kid lives in Egg Harbor, New Jersey. I could have sent it with him. He drives semi truck. Ah, doggone. I make an egg, cheese, and sausage sandwich. Oh wow, there you go. There's a good way to start the day. I'm making bacon, egg, and cheese. Num, num, num. They cleared the kid's mom so she can see the kids as long as I give consent. And I don't give consent, nor will I give consent. But they are concerned that my mental health, because I don't go and see a therapist. Well, maybe you should start making therapist appointments just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side. Sonny, you're in Connecticut. No, Sonny's in Michigan. Sonny's up here about 3 hours north of me, northeast of me in Michigan. I never claimed to be a saint. Made bacon, biscuits, and sausage gravy last night. Oh my God, that sounds good. Bacon biscuits. Mm-mm-mm. Kind of makes me wanna. Kind of makes me wanna find a way to go out and get some bacon, cook it really well, and then crumble it up in the batter. Make some homemade biscuits with bacon in it. Maybe even throw in a little bit of cheese in the food processor. Get it punched up real small and everything. Sprinkle that in the batter too. The biscuit that is a meal unto itself. Well, my stomach hadn't grumbled yet all morning long, but now it is. Thank God I got coffee. Glub, 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 glub. Hey, you guys want to see something funny? When I was cleaning and reorganizing the desk a couple days ago, I found these. I picked these up in Gettysburg last year. And they are just little mints. This is one of the biggest selling cutesy things that I've seen going off the shelf in Gettysburg. It's nothing like sitting here working on a video with a mouthful of ghost poop. So right now, pop out and have a bit on something. My foster kids is here. Cat head biscuits. Cat head biscuits. Never heard of cat head biscuits. What are cat head biscuits? At least I've never heard them called by that name before. What is a cat head biscuit? It's a big biscuit. Are they made any different? Are there any different ingredients than, or is it just, the size of them? I have never heard that term before. What the hell is a babonkadonk? A badonkadonk is, another word for a butt, for a arse. That country song came out a few years ago, honky tonk, badonkadonk. It's just a humorous term for a fanny. A badonkadonk, a nice booty. It's a big biscuit. Huh. Wow. Interesting. Never heard them called cat's head biscuits. Thought they were starting a new conversation. Nope. If they directed that at you, Rusty, then they were telling you had a nice booty. If you were just in the middle of a conversation, they were telling somebody that they had a nice booty. Their badonkadonk was badonkadonk. Their big booty was big. And if they had a really nice honky tonk badonkadonk, then they had a nice booty that looked even better in a tight pair of Levi's. out there shaking on the dance floor. I miss line dancing. My God, I have not line danced since I have not line danced since God 2000 2013. It's been almost 8 years. It's been almost 8 years since I went line dancing. I miss line dancing. My ex and I used to go out line dancing. We have a country music station here, 100.7, and they take over one of the local bars down by Notre Dame on Friday nights, and they've got a huge dance floor. Um, but you must have 50 people, 50 people that go out there, if not more, on that dance floor and just tear it up. And of course, there's a little girl there that's a professional line dancer or a former professional line dancer. She gives instructions on how to do the dances and stuff beforehand. But oh yeah, we used to tear that up. And of course, I learned how to line dance at the Cadillac Ranch in Humble, Texas, back in not 1998. That was a cool place. All your bull riders and your rodeo riders, your cowboys, um, they all go down there and hang out. That's a really cool place to hang out. The only women that look twice at me are 8 or 80. Well, I mean, as long as they don't look at you and scream and run the other way, then you're doing well. I wish we had a family. This year sucked. The wedding. Yeah, we did do a little bit of line dancing at um, Brandy, my wife's sister, at her wedding um, last year, earlier this year, whenever that was. But that wasn't line dancing. That was goofing. My truck is waiting on my mechanic to come put a part on it. So I took county bus to the grocery store, and the driver said I had a $10 credit when I went to pay for my ride. Well, you can't beat that with a stick. Boy, I'll tell you what, when you get on a county bus and they say you got a credit, take that thing. Any more of that public transportation. We have public transportation here, but it's $7, $10. And I mean, come on, you could almost throw a softball. A professional baseball player could almost throw a ball from one side of town to the other. At least it would hit and roll to the other side of the town. And they want to charge you like $7 to go from one place to another. I don't think so. I could walk faster. Better go. Not much company. JC, you're fine. You are absolutely positively fine. You're amongst friends. You're amongst family. I mean, granted, we can't be together. We can't all be together in the same room, but by God, it's still a family. We've got our own little social group here, and I like to think of us as a family. I mean, we share each other's pains, we share each other's high points, and that's what makes a family. It ain't blood. Pretty girl still ride free. Well, that's nice to know that pretty girls still ride free. I mean, of course, I hate to think of a bus like a strip club. You got to pay to see pretty girls, but I guess you know that's not what happened. Oh goodness gracious sakes! It is 9:22 a.m. here. We got us about 38 minutes left in this morning hump day. Of course, we will be on here tonight. Um, don't know what we're going to do yet. Heck, Santa Claus may even come in tonight and host. Who knows? It's about time we start getting in that Christmas spirit a little bit. There's still good people out there who stop to help when they see you broke down. As a female, it's scary knowing there's crazies too. No, you're not a loser. It is not your fault that your family has treated you the way they treat you. You are not a loser. You're a very intelligent woman, and I think it is completely appalling the way your family has chose to treat you and your son. And I think it is completely uncalled for. I don't care if I have a family member that's a complete twit. We don't alienate them in any way, shape, or form. We let them, we still keep them abreast of everything going on with the family. I mean, come on, look at my family. My mom has got some siblings that have their noses so far up in the air that if it rains, they gargle. And they brag about every penny they make, about their fortunate lives and all this here kind of stuff. And we still always had them at our family reunions. We still associated with them. and we listen to them gargle. Never shut the door on them, never shut them out of anything. Things happen to them. I usually have a pretty calm, boring day. I come in this room, I'm the same as Sonny. I normally have a boring day. I come in this room anywhere between 2 in the morning and, well, here recently, 5:30 in the morning. And I sit here until dinner time at night. I run out, run the vacuum, clean the litter box, unload and reload the dishwasher. That's my life. I'm right here, pretty much right here for 12 to 14 hours a day. That's boring. Once in a great blue moon, here's, I mean, you guys see when we done our last investigation, the jailhouse in Galeem, how long ago that was. And we finally have another investigation, thanks to Danny, this Sunday. But it's been a month since we done the last one. So believe me, I understand what boring is. I have to stay here. My wife has 2 days off work that we can run and go and do the things we need to do, but somebody has to stay here and take care of grandma. Make sure she don't fall, make sure she doesn't try to pour her tea out of uh, the teapot and dump it all over the place, or dump sugar in the teapot and turn it on and set a fire. Put out a cigarette, throw it in the trash can, set the trash can on fire again. Drew, you were saying earlier about us north getting snow. My truck is dusted with little snow this morning. Yeah, I actually just got the alert on my phone about 15 minutes ago that we have snow coming. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm in the woods. The animals are what I see. But yeah, no one comes here to sit with grandma so the wife and I can go do the things we need to do. I sit here all day long while the wife goes out and does the running and stuff alone. Nobody else in the family comes over to sit with her. If they come over for a short visit, hour, something like that, then they leave. We have a storm coming Thursday through Sunday. I haven't even got word of anything like that yet. I hope we have a white Christmas. All I care about. I hope we have a white Christmas. Of course, my stepson, he'll probably come and spend Christmas Eve. The kids always go through their stockings on Christmas Eve. Well, all of us do. And we'll probably have to go get the mother-in-law Christmas morning and bring her over. But other than that, that's my month of December. I just hope and pray it's a white Christmas. That's all I care about. If it's a white Christmas, then it's going to be a magical Christmas. Eight inches of snow just north of you. Huh. All right, guys. I thought I could make it till 9 or till 10. I'm not going to. Y'all just talk real nice amongst yourselves for a couple minutes. I got to go run to the outhouse and take care of some paperwork. I'll be right back. Oh, let me see. The weather guy just said it's going to get warmer. Use fruit for labor. First thing is gone. Yeah, I've never heard of anybody getting sick from potting soil. My goodness gracious. I didn't like how the potting soil worked with our garden this year. I'm seriously thinking about trying to find the time to take up fishing again, and just taking like my grandpa used to do, taking the guts and the heads and everything, and just rototilling those into the garden soil, and trying that this next year with the garden. Just seems like I can never find the time to just sit and fish like I did when I was little. My grandfather and my dad would be out every single weekend fishing. Ah, the cherry, yeah, the cherry tree festival, yeah. Those cherry trees are pretty when they start to bloom. My God, are they gorgeous? I would really like to take my family up to Frankenmuth, Michigan, before Christmas, um, just so they could, like I said the other day, my daughter was there last year with Mark and me, and some other friends. It was uh, it was a beautiful experience, and I would love to take my wife up there so she could experience Christmas City, USA. Um, I'd like to see her get a little bit more of that Christmas magic in her. I've never let it fade away in me, and I would really like to see her get a little bit of that back. And I think that place would really do it. Walking around Bonner's Christmas store, or Bronner's, would just blow her mind. She was so fascinated with our pictures and videos and stuff last year. Um, Hot or even warm potting soil, bacteria is very active and dangerous. I couldn't believe it at first, but then I looked it up. There are warnings on the bags that say use a face mask. Wow, I did not know that. See, I do have a friend. She just got some figs off her tree. I didn't know they grew here. I had no clue that figs grew in Michigan. Wow. Yeah, definitely good to know. Definitely good to know because um it was early summer, like the end of April, uh when we finally had temperatures stable enough I could put a garden in. So yeah, it was the end of April when we went out and bought all the potting soil and tilled it into the soil for the garden. Oh yeah, Sonny, I agree completely. The little stores and stuff like that are just amazing. But yeah, as things are looking now, it probably will not be this year. Um, we're gonna we're gonna do everything we can to give each other a Christmas, and spending the extra money. No, we just can't do it. So I won't let our issues take away from our family. So one way or another, even if I have to, and I'm going to get yelled for saying this, but even if I have to sell my guns, including Grumpy. I'll do it. I found out that it actually is an airborne hazard. Those sponges got in my lungs and I became very ill 3 days later. Seriously, though, I thought I was dying. Wow. Yeah, I had no clue. I had no clue that it was that dangerous. Summer is a good time to go to Frankenmuth. I know summer is a great time to go, and it's warm enough that everybody can walk around and not be chilled and stuff like that. But it just seems like Christmas would be the perfect time to go to Christmas City, USA. And it's like I said the other day, um, get grandma a wheelchair, put her heavy coat on her, get her a pair of gloves and a stocking cap to wear around, throw a blanket over her legs, so give her that little bit of extra warm. And I think she would be completely amazed, seeing how that place is decorated at Christmas time. Of course, at Bronner's, we wouldn't have to because they keep it nice and toasty in there. And even though grandma can't see all that well, just the lights and the sounds and the people would completely amaze her. So maybe next year. Maybe next year. I'd like to give her a little bit of joy. 82 years old. She's had a hell of a life. She deserves to get out and have a little bit of fun once in a while. Nobody really ever takes her anywhere. Once a year, one of the uncles comes by and picks her up when he gets his Cadillac convertible out of the garage and gets it all detailed and everything. He comes by, picks her up, takes her for a ride in the country with the top down, and she just eats up getting out and just seeing. Just she can't even see that well. She sees the shadows and stuff. So yeah, I think going someplace like Bronner's or something like that would just make her year. So we're getting a heat wave, 19 degrees. 19 degrees. We are at 25 still with snow coming. Well, they say there's snow coming, but they said there was snow coming last night as well. So we'll see. Can you get sick from potting soil? Potting mix is known to carry harmful bacteria and fungi. There have been reports of deaths from diseases such as Legionnaire's disease that have been attributed to bacteria in potting mix. Many bacteria and fungi that can cause infections in people live in soil and water. The Facebook page for Franklin would pull it up and run it for her. It would she can't see it, Sonny. She can't see any of that stuff. When I do my investigations videos, she comes in and tries to watch them on our big TV in the bedroom, and she can't see anything. She can't tell what things are. She listens. We have to crank it up to about 75 for her to be able to hear it. But she don't see anything. She keeps asking, "What's that? Who's that person? Is that an animal?" Whatever the case may be. So yeah, showing her things on a computer or something like that, she can't see it. I love riding in the country on my bike with the girls who have the top down. I bet you do, you ornery cuss. I don't use it. It's probably best. I don't think we're going to use it anymore either, to be honest. After hearing everything that Rusty's shared with us today about that potting soil and stuff, I don't think we're going to use it anymore either. Actually sounds a little bit too dangerous for my liking. Well, sadly enough, we have so little yard here that the soil where we had to put the garden, the only spot we had big enough to put the garden where it gets sunlight, is where the old house originally sat. So it is a very solid, very rocky um, piece of ground. There's no nutrition in that ground at all. So we're forced to do something to fertilize it. We went with the potting soil thing to make the soil a little bit more moist. And yeah, we're not going to do the potting soil thing anymore. Like I said, if I get a chance to do some fishing this winter, I will put the fish heads and the guts and stuff in the or just keep throwing it out all over the garden and everything, and rototill till I can't rototill anymore, till the soil gets too hard. Then in the spring, when it's had a chance to rot just a little bit and stuff like that, rototill that stuff into the soil, and I think that'll be the basis for our garden next year. The earth is sand here. I was told you can't grow here. They're wrong. It's convertible. No, no, no. Harley. There you go. That's how you go out and cruise right there. On two wheels. Now, see, I looked into coffee grounds, and uh, a lot of the professional gardeners said coffee grounds were great for some plants, but some plants already had an excess of the nutrients that you find in coffee grounds, and that it was actually bad to put down for an entire, like tomatoes, carrots, green beans. I believe was no cabbage, not green beans. Cabbage was another one that they said coffee grounds could actually hurt them. So yeah, I just dumped my coffee grounds. Now eggshells, we go through a lot of eggs. Still trying to talk the wife into letting me get some chickens so we have fresh eggs. But nope, nope, she don't want no chickens. No chickens here. I personally wouldn't mind having some chickens. We have so many stray cats and stuff here. I'm afraid my chickens would I'm really afraid they'd find a way to get into my chickens. I would get very, very angry going out in my yard in the mornings and stuff and finding dead chickens. I actually might get a little peeved at local wildlife. And like I said too, Sonny, my sources, of course, are Google, and you know everybody and every knows everything on Google. Um, so who knows? Um, some of these places that I looked for information on the coffee grounds could be just complete BS. You never know anymore. Just anymore, it is really, really hard to find reliable sources for good gardening. Is more memorable than the smell of wet chicken in the morning. Yeah, believe me, I know. Steph's stepdad had like 30 free range chickens out at his place before they sold the place to their son and took off on the road in the motorhome. Um, but yeah, he had problems with hawks, raccoons, foxes, all kinds of stuff coming in and snagging up his free range chickens. Um, it finally got to that point where uh, they would let them out to free range and they would sit outside all day to see where they were free ranging and make sure nothing snagged up the chickens. Oh yeah, yeah, the mints are good. The mints are still really, really good. Even after a year, they're still good. I got nothing negative to say about my ghost poop. Nothing at all.
What are you doing?
My ice cream.
Oh, what time is it? I thought it was over.
Like almost 5 to 10.
Oh, okay. I'll see you when you're done.
Okay. Yep. You know, I never tasted ghost poop either until I got those in Gettysburg. And well, needless to say, ghost poop is pretty sweet. Oh yeah. I mean, you know, Gettysburg, not just the battle, but that's their big money maker now is, you know, the haunted Gettysburg thing and stuff. So you find a lot of ghost this, paranormal that, hauntings this, all over Gettysburg. And of course, you know, they have the haunted tours in Gettysburg. People pay big money to just walk around the town of Gettysburg and walk past or touch or see all of these haunted locations. Some of those tours are complete malarkey. And some of them, they actually show some really cool places. I know I'm fed a lot of air every day. Haunted turds, yeah. Yep, haunted turds. Of course, I couldn't see spending money on a can of mints called ghost poop. They were actually bought for me by our friend Christy that went with us. And when I got back to the motel room, they were on my pillow. And it's like, what better to find on your pillow in the motel room where you have gone to do a paranormal investigation than mints, ghost turd mints. I didn't. I'm sitting here chewing on a couple of them right now, Christy. I actually, when I rearranged the desk and everything the other day, I found them. And it's like, oh, I've still got ghost herds. I've been to Gettysburg numerous times with the girlfriend. She's from Fairfield, amazing area. It is an amazing area. It is an amazing area. I cannot wait to get back. Um, I can't wait to get back there. It's just, it's an absolutely amazing place, and I'm hoping that sometime in the very near future, I get a chance to get back and investigate some more. Oh yeah, they're still right here, Christy. Gettysburg is a pretty area. Oh, folks, good Lord's willing, a creek no road. All right, Rusty. All right, you have yourself a good day. Like I said, I will be back on here tonight. Um, same bat time, or I can't say that crap. Copyright. Same fat time, same fat station. And we'll do something. Who knows? But it is that time, guys. It is time for me to be like a fat baby and head out. Time for me to be like a tree and leave. It's time for me to be like a blizzard and blow out of here. So you guys all have a great Wednesday. Try to have a little bit of fun today. Y'all know how I am about that. Got to have a little bit of fun every day. If you don't, what's the use of crawling out of bed? So we will be back tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you're decorating the church today. I got to finish decorating the house as soon as I get the videos uploaded for today. That's what I'm going to start doing, is hanging more lights. So What can I say? But that's it, guys. So until tonight, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. I do. We'll see y'all tonight.